Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another American Reacts. We are at Bathurst, and we're looking at long-awaited touring car masters. Now, this is right up my alley. I know it is for a lot of you guys, too. I like learning about the newer stuff, and, of course, the V8 supercars, or as they're just called supercars now. And there will be more to come on that, but, man, I need to get back to some old metal. So here we go. This is from Motorsport AU. That's the channel. Make sure to check this out in the description. And I'm pretty sure this is like a whole race, or maybe part of a race. But let's just watch it, hang out, enjoy the sights, enjoy the sounds. Some old, presumably Trans Am style cars, like we had in America as well, on one of the greatest tracks on earth. That's why.
So it's the old Trans Am battle at the front of the field, Matt.
Nice.
It's Mustang v Camaro. And then on the second row of the grid is some Aussie muscle, the SLR Holden Tiranas of John Bow and Adam Garwood.
So you heard the man right there. How cool of an intro is that? We have American muscle matchups, icons, rivalries like Mustang versus Camaro. And we also have Australian muscle. Whether you're an American or an Aussie, does it get any better than this? Old muscle cars from both sides of the world? Sounds good to me.
Vodafone safety car speeds away, and Stephen Johnson, his
Sounds
second
awesome.
pole position here at the mountain, under the previous lap record, lines up alongside Adam.
From what I understand, this is a regular series there.
Garwood on the second row, Tiranas, as many as you like. Paul Freestone back in the field. Rusty French.
Which is really cool because, believe it or not, sounds almost like a sin to say this because American muscle is so, like, amazing. They don't really have a lot of this here. All I can think of is Monterey Historics in California, which is like a one-time event each year. And then, of course, near me in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, at a beautiful track called Road America, they have a couple historics races like this. But this seems to happen more often on American soil, I think, because Australia, they're stepping it up.
Will start from 15. Bruce Williams is back in the AC Delco Tirana. Belinda Price still having dramas.
Look at that field. Falcons, Tiranas, Mustangs, Camaros.
For the first time in 20 years.
Beautiful.
We last saw her in the Castrol Cougars Holden with Karen Brewer back in the 1000 here.
Bruce Williams had a fuel pump go in race one this morning. That's why he was off the side of the road. Cameron Mason was a slightly more substantial failure. The engine went in the Shelby Mustang, so he is a no-go for this race.
Oh, man, I love this lineup.
With smoke during the race, it stopped on the run-up
I
to
love this.
the cutting, so a tough break to Mason.
Thank you
Hopefully
to
we'll have
everybody that
cut
suggested this.
round
It's been
at
dozens of
Newcastle.
people.
Wow.
Great Saturday crowd in here at Mount Panorama.
Oh, I cannot wait for
rolling
this.
Start if you don't follow
Turn
us
the volume up,
in the
baby.
Touring Car
Yeah.
Masters on a regular basis. Turn it up at home. It's about to get a whole lot noisy as these cars come to take the green flag in race number 2.
Here we go.
Just about perfect from the start. Johnson, Bresington, and we're green here at the mountain.
It's an amazing sound and a great sight. And it's Johnson up the
Oh,
inside
hell
of turn
yes.
one, Bressington wide. He'll have some more cubic inches than John Bow on the
What
right
a
of the
beautiful
hill, so
field
he
of
might be able to hold
vehicles.
on to second place. But a great exit for the Wilson Security Tirana. Garwood in behind, then Hansford. Look at Tilly in the bright green car on the outside of the road trying to make some passes.
So Bow.
That sound, guys, speaks for itself. Look at the dust back there. I wonder if someone got off course a little bit. Oh, I am so pumped up for this. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm sure you won't be mad. Don't expect a lot of talking from me. Let's let this old iron do the talking.
Up to second, Bresington drops back to third. That classic Johnson and Bow battle brews on lap 1 as we climb through Griffin's Bend. There's Cam Tilley coming through the field as well. Ryan Hansford, keep an eye on the multi-spares Tirana. He's chasing the young Tasmanian and Adam Garwood.
Andrew Fisher looking on the outside there at the keep on the run into the cutting.
These are awesome views, camera angles.
Touring Car Masters, you don't overtake there in anything really. The pace are very, very wide. I saw some Toyota side by side through there earlier today and held my breath. So across the top for the first time, it's Johnson and Bow, 1 and 2. Stephen Johnson third in the championship. Bow is leading the championship. Bressington behind them is second in points.
You can try to go side by side around the mountain.
Yeah, it doesn't often work.
Here's the view from Bow's Tirana. So we plunge down through Skyline here on the first of 6 laps. King of dust up there from the number 17. Team Johnson Mustang was announced early this year in Adelaide.
He's been enormously popular as well. I feel a bit for Dick Johnson because he's got to do some mile splitting his time between the Shell V-Power.
Okay, real quick pause. I saw that funny advertisement, MBL. I didn't know anything about that. Is that your guys' version of like American NBA, National Basketball League, maybe that stands for. Very cool. And look at the beautiful scenery, of course, at Bathurst on the mountain. Wow, guys, does it really get any better than this? American muscle, Australian muscle on the mountain. There is nowhere in the world that has a track like this. Yes, there's great tracks everywhere. I would love to see these in America, of course. I need to do that at the Wisconsin track. It'd be fun. But sticking these amazing old muscle cars that make us all drool on this track in a field like this, a good-sized field, this is about as close as you can get to heaven in motorsports, if you ask me.
Our racing cars at DJR Team Penske and the family operation up in the support race paddock. He's loving it though, and Stephen is driving extraordinarily well at the moment. The pacer down the inside on Paul Freestone. Man,
what was that blue car, Glennon Transport?
In Victoria.
Someone know what that was?
Cameron Tilley. Great drive in that trophy race for the Sydney Sider.
Zeddy Abelnika, Jim Richards, and Mark King with Tony Karafalowski blazing under the bridge into the chase at nearly 280
coming into the chase pretty quick.
Johnson, the margin is 1 second on the opening lap.
What do we got? We got a Mustang out front, huh?
Bow and Bressington. Bow's playing that game like he normally does. Just let the car feed its way into the race. He'll be there by the time the closing stages emerge.
Brad Tilley, the fastest of anybody down Conrod last time by 286 kilometres an hour in that there bright green number 28 GTHO Falcon.
I can't help but smile, guys.
The fastest car in a straight line
this is fun.
And it's great to see the Sydney Sider back in the Touring Car Masters. Abelnika just behind him. Another car that's never been accused of lacking in the horsepower department.
I'm going to turn this all the way up.
All that goes around down at the final turn.
Got a Mustang spun out.
Qualifying that brought out the red flag that was caused by a broken gearbox. So it locked the rear wheels at McPhillamy Park, Matt, and he was so lucky to get away with no more than a bit of McPhillamy Park gravel trap lodged in the Mustang.
I wonder it went into the gravel like it did. That was a high-speed lose yesterday. Back on board with Bow, second at the moment, multi-time champion in the Touring Car Masters, the most successful and most winningest driver you'll see. And lots of success here in the 1000. He climbs the top. Let's have a listen. Come back to in the moment. There's a replay of the start from the front row here. And they were stacked up a bit, weren't they? There was almost 2 and 3 line action happening.
So what happened? Rusty French got on the power a bit early.
Got a little bunched up at the start.
On the start-finish line, and a few of the cars checked up behind him.
Gigantic
so
that track is.
Lost P2.
Wow.
It was very wide. So there's the Sky Sands car. So I think he just got on the throttle a little bit too early.
That
had a big
glorious.
slide, and then had to get out of it. And there was a bit of chaos behind him. Peak hour traffic down on William Street in Bathurst.
There's Alan Bowden, right-hand side. It was a quietish entry for Bowden.
It wasn't sideways.
No, in the Comet. John's Furniture Removals entry is we cruise on by, heading up the straight. This will be Terry Lawler in the background. A big cruise.
There he goes.
The number 8 Mustang spinning around at the final
number 8
turn.
Mustang spinning around on Murray's corner.
23rd position. Darren Bill and Belinda Price going through the shot. Back to live shots now into the chase, and Adam Bressington.
Wow, they're flying through there.
He's been the consistent player in this year's Touring Car Masters.
Even this old muscle is flying through there.
He said early this week, one of the great memories of his entire racing career was leading a TCM race here back in the early part of the decade when he was driving a HQ Monaro GTS 350 that he ran as a privately entered team.
The Bandit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. He led a couple of laps and said it's one of the great moments. He's never won a race in this category. Doing that at Mount Panorama would be a big thing. This is race 2. There's another race tomorrow morning for TCM. Bow was wide. So let's see if Bressington can get a good exit and use the 350 Chev power to get past the 304.
Freezing up on me.
Good run. They'll go side by side. Bow will have the racing line on the inside. This will be big if he can pull.
It's hard to decide, guys. I'm loving every one of these cars, but I think this guy right here, number 18, the red and white Holden, yeah. Thinking that takes the cake for me.
Now holds it down. A rare
those in cars
held corner
with that car, the sound,
now, lives on, but here's
the way it looks
on the outside. You remarked about this in the 86
looks
race.
so good with that camber, negative camber on the front tires. Oh, looks so good.
Serious?
It would have been awesome.
Amazing.
And he's battling that Camaro.
Brilliant drive driving. The battle for second between John Bowe and Adam Bressington.
That is a
And
good
John
battle
Bowe
for
hangs
second.
on just.
Chevy versus Holden, baby. Damn.
Rusty French showing that age shall not weary them in this race 2 of the Touring Car Masters, in a scrap with Cam Tilley that's been going on for the last lap and a half. And now Cam Tilley menaces the back of the Sky Sands entry across the top of the mountain again.
And Cameron Tilley wanting to prove that there is a substitute for cubic inches, because he might not have them all in the 6-cylinder Valiant Pacer, but he'll just drive it even harder. Johnson continues to lead the margin.
Okay, is that blue car a Chrysler?
John Bow's car has come alive in the last lap.
And it's a
He's held out
6-cylinder.
Adam Bressington. And now he's going out after his
I
old
think I
mate,
heard him
his
say
teammate
that.
Stephen Johnson. Bressington
Oh,
third.
that is sick.
Garwood fourth and driving
Hell yeah,
really
represent
well.
Mopar, baby.
Ryan Hansford
Yeah.
P5. Go back to Abel Nika, Fisher, Jim Richards 8th, Karen Filosky. and
I'll
King.
always be a
And
Mopar
Rusty
guy at
French
heart,
puts the
man.
block on into the elbow at the top of Conrod Straight.
There was a
Nice.
race a couple of years ago where he was battling for 8th and 9th and just drove it right down the middle and said, no way
they go.
are you getting by me. They chase Wayne Mercer on the run down Conrod Straight. John Bowe still chasing Stephen Johnson here. The margin is just
Yo,
1
these guys
second.
are flying. America needs this.
Working back through the chase on lap 5 in the Touring
Australian
Car Masters.
motorsports
Wayne
are
Mercer,
off the
Rusty
charts,
French, and
man.
Cameron Tilley, battle for 13th, 14th.
Damn,
and
y'all know how to
15th
throw a
here at
motorsports
Mount
event. I'm
Panorama.
telling you what.
Every time this was going on just a few moments ago on the run up to Griffin's Bend as we look out the back of the Wilson Security Tirana. Watch Bressington here on the outside. We all stood back for a moment because we thought Bressington is going to pull off the coolest move ever seen at the mountain. As we know,
What a
Richard
battle
Brown,
there,
it
huh?
never happens there.
That is one of the best bits of racecraft I've seen for a long time, mate. Wheel to wheel, up the hill, in a narrow, treacherous
Ooh.
bit of tarmac as Jeff Fain run
Oh,
wide, and our Belgian had to take some evasive action in the 37-metre long Ford
You know
Comet.
what?
Thrown every day.
Good on these guys, man. They are going hard. These are like collectible cars. Let's get real. These are old, amazing muscle cars, racing spec. And to be quite frank, you know, it's like they're survivors, right? These are 50, 60-year-old cars sometimes. And the fact that they are going hard, putting on an amazing show for us, wow. Bravo. I mean, they're not only putting them out there on the track, but these guys are actually going at it, dude. Hell yeah. I get that they're collectible. I get that they're expensive. But at the end of the day, man, they are an old race car. They're still meant for racing. They are doing what they're supposed to. I love it.
Yes, yeah. Point to exaggeration. But just great respect shown by the two of them.
Oh,
If they
man,
got
that was
together,
nuts.
That would block the track there.
Yeah, the track is jammed all over again.
The biggest cars.
Marcus Ambrose and our mate Greg Murphy.
They're running back in the field. Alan Belgian, who's been
Ooh,
great action.
he's
Ryan
in the
Hansford
dirt.
now goes off the track. The multi-spares Tirana prepared by Peters Motorsport is taken to the dirt. And that now puts him, we didn't lose position really out of that. He's fifth.
Can this
Abel Nika
Holden
runs
catch
in
the
sixth.
Mustang
Back
in
on board
front,
with John
huh?
Bowe.
Who broke the lap record last
Coming up
time
in their
around,
last lap. He's on lap 5 out of 6.
Took a full second out of Stephen Johnson's race lap record that he set back in 2015.
I could hear that sound all day.
So the Tirana is fast and he's hauling in a margin. It's 1.4 seconds. Can he get to
Beautiful
the back of the
shifting.
WM Waste
Beautiful.
forward in the final lap and a bit of this motor race?
My
Fourth
God.
gear. Tirana's revved to near 8,000 RPM.
Jeez. I love Tiranas. Good God, this American loves Holden Tiranas.
And unlike a supercar, they do
What a
have
machine.
bit of a breathe on the throttle before
That's got to
they
be
turn
one of the
in.
best cars
But
of
it's
all
still
time,
very,
of
very
any
rapid.
continent, any planet,
Straight back to second
any
gear,
universe.
old school style as well. They
Jeez.
plunge over the Armor Bridge, an iconic part of this Mount Panorama motor racing circuit. The Blackwood
Right here,
Express
baby.
camera catches the two
I
lead
love
guys
Tirana.
who come through to start the final lap in race 2 at Mount Panorama.
It really is a lesson in old school driving. And kids, if you don't know what
Last
a heel
lap,
toe
here we
is,
go. Come on.
folks, they'll
I'm
tell you
rooting for the
everything
Tirana. Let's go.
you had to do.
I still can't get it right.
That Mustang's fast, man.
This is a great battle. Bressington's
Got to respect the Mustangs. They're legends for a reason, but geez, come on, baby. Come on, Tirana. Let's go.
Yesterday with the gearbox, put another one in for race 1 this morning and changed it back.
I am
because
feeling
the
this
original
video,
one
man.
was
I am
better.
enjoying the
It
hell
turned
out of this race. I hope you guys are too. If you are, make sure to throw a thumbs up on there. Please help this video out in the algorithm, man.
And this is a battle that's
I
been
love
raging
Australian
since the green
motorsports.
dropped.
Love it.
Cameron Tilley and Rusty French. It's 14th and 15th, but it could be for the race win.
My memories of 2015 just a few moments ago down into the final turn. So French finally gets past and will put a margin, but guess what? The pacer will catch him when we climb to the top of Mount Panorama now. They are 13th and 14th on the track. Paul Freestone ahead of Mark Keane, who's having a better race than what we saw in race number 1 earlier today.
Look at that Chrysler. Hell yeah.
Conditions suddenly around Mount Panorama. No, I won't do it.
Which bodes well, it must be said, for the shootout this afternoon, because for fast lap times, just get that direct sun off the racetrack, and you'll see how quickly supercars can go. Cameron Tilley, speaking of supercars, this really is one of them. It's extraordinary what it does with 6-cylinder heavy power. He has been threatening for about 3 years to put a V8 in it, put some Chrysler Mopar V8 power under that bonnet. So if he does that, I'm not sure we'll see which way that car went. It could be a particularly exciting thing. This battle continues. It's status quo out in front. Johnson leading Bauer and Bressington the margin still 1.3. On the final lap at Mount Panorama, race 2, the Touring Car Masters Series that has put on such a show.
Oh, look at that view. Top of the mountain, baby. Yeah. Come on.
Come
on, Holden.
Names, Matt Nolte. The Team Johnson Ford in front as Team Johnson watches on from the garages.
Right on cue.
Mr. Dick Johnson?
Not
a bad driver, right?
On his way down to collect his
Come on, Toronto, let's go.
His 4th race win of Team 2017.
It's going to be a drag race. That
Stephen
Mustang's
Johnson
fast,
slides his way out and collects the checkered flag in race number 2 of the Touring Car Masters by less than half
Fair
a
enough.
second.
Mustang for the win. Tirana in second. Looks like a Chevrolet Camaro in third. That looks like a red Ford Falcon Cobra. Beautiful machine as well.
It's got the lap record.
Jet Johnson watching on.
How long before we see him behind the wheel of his car?
Oh, yeah.
He's already doing some go-karting, so it won't be long.
It's scary, isn't it?
I'm sure it'll worry the Johnson clan.
Remember when Steve started his career in racing all those years ago.
That's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to pause it there. Wow. That was a blast. I really hope you had a blast watching that, because I know I did. That's for sure. Let me turn my volume down a little bit. And I tell you what, guys, I am constantly impressed by Australian motorsports. Australian motorsports are absolutely incredible for being the size that they are. Not the size of the country, but rather the population. They're far less population than, say, the UK, than all of Europe, and especially the USA or North America, with Canada and Mexico included. But man, their motorsports are at worst on par with all of those. But more realistically, I think they're better. Dare I say that? I'm an all-American muscle, all-American racing. I love it. There is great racing over here. I'm not going to lie. But geez Louise, Australia knows how to throw a variety of amazing motorsports events. The supercars, the touring cars, these old amazing touring cars, Masters. There's a series I have yet to see that I've heard look and sound amazing. Still haven't even explored half of the tracks in Australia. I know there's a lot of great city circuits, and Phillip Island, and Adelaide, and of course Mount Panorama. Just beautiful places, great tracks, great layouts. Bathurst, I'm constantly impressed by. I would love to see a Bathurst 1000 with this. I don't know if they would ever do that. I don't know if they do that. I doubt they do, because as far as I know, Bathurst 1000 is just for the supercars, correct? Wow, wouldn't that be something, seeing a Bathurst 1000 with these? My only fear would be seeing these beautiful machines wreck. That would suck. But that is part of racing, right? Throwing around these old machines sounds like heaven to me. I would probably give damn near anything to drive one of these for like 10 laps on Bathurst. That would be incredible. Any of these cars in this field look like an absolute blast. That engine singing, that old carbureted power. Wow. Those awesome chassis, the way they look, the way they sit, the way they drive. You know there's something different about old metal, and I absolutely love it. Please give me your thoughts down below. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching basically a whole miniature race watch along with me. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, tell me your thoughts down below. What was your favorite car from here? Have you had the pleasure of attending one of these races. If you have, hey, good on you, because that looks like a fun event. I'm low-key jealous, okay? I would love to see this, all right? Anyway, guys, let's talk in the comments. Leave a like on there, because how could you not? This was an amazing, amazing race. Amazing vehicles. Subscribe for more stuff like this. And, of course, check out the description for this original video so you can check it out. And other interesting ways you can support my channel. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, guys. Wow, that was a blast. I'll catch you later.